Years have passed since that unforgettable story captured hearts around the world. The city looks the same, but time has quietly moved forward. The streets are louder, the lights shine brighter, yet something feels missing. This is not the beginning of a new fairy tale. This is the continuation of one that never truly closed. Edward Lewis now stands at the top of the world he once chased. His life is filled with meetings, glass buildings, and silent penthouses. Success followed him everywhere, but peace did not. Every achievement came with a quiet cost. In the stillness of late nights, memories return, moments when life felt simple, real, and honest. Moments he never learned how to hold on to. Vivian Ward's life has changed too. She is no longer searching for direction. She built her own path, step by step, without shortcuts. She learned her worth, found her voice, and shaped a life she can be proud of. Yet even with strength and independence, some memories remain untouched. Some feelings never asked for permission to stay. The past doesn't knock loudly. It whispers. It appears in reflections, old songs, familiar places. A hotel hallway, a city view at sunset, a feeling that arrives without warning. What once felt like a dream now feels unfinished. This time, the story is not about rescue. It's about choice. It's about the people who grew, changed, and lived full lives yet never fully let go of what once brought them together. The world may remember their story as a fantasy, but they remember it as something real. Because some love stories don't fade with time. They wait. Edward Lewis lives a life most people only see in magazines. His name opens doors, his presence commands rooms, and his success is beyond question. Yet behind the tailored suits and confident steps is a man who has learned how to hide his feelings well. His days are full, but his nights are quiet. There is no laughter echoing through his home, no one asking how his day truly was. He chose control over chaos, safety over risk. And for a long time, that choice felt right. He tells himself that this is what maturity looks like. That love is a chapter meant to be closed. But some nights, when the city lights blur into memories, he wonders if he confused comfort with happiness. The past visits him in small ways: an old photo, a familiar song, a question he never answered honestly. He is everything, except the one thing he never allowed himself to fight for. Vivian Ward's world looks different now. It is built on effort, courage, and self-respect. She is confident in who she is, and proud of how far she has come. Her smile is calm, not searching. She no longer waits for anyone to save her. Life taught her strength the hard way, and she listened. She learned to stand alone without feeling lonely, but independence does not erase memory. Vivian carries her past quietly, not with regret, but with understanding. There was a time when she felt truly seen, when someone looked at her without judgment, without labels. That feeling shaped her more than she ever admitted. Even now, in moments of stillness, she wonders what became of the man who once promised more than words. They live separate lives, unaware that time has been slowly guiding them back toward the same moment. Two people changed by experience, shaped by loss, and strengthened by distance. They are no longer who they were, but perhaps that is exactly why the story isn't over. Because life doesn't always give second chances when you are ready. Sometimes it gives them when you finally understand what they mean. It doesn't happen the way stories usually tell it. There is no music swelling, no dramatic pause. Just a moment that feels ordinary until it isn't. A shared space, a familiar voice, a presence that makes time slow down without warning. When their eyes meet, the world around them fades, leaving only what was once buried deep inside. Edward freezes, caught between the man he is now and the man he used to be. For a second, he forgets every careful rule he built around his life. Standing there is the one person who knew him before the walls went up. He searches her face, not for the past, but for permission to remember, to feel, to speak. Vivian doesn't look away. She is calm, steady, and real. The girl from years ago is gone, replaced by a woman who knows exactly who she is. Yet when she sees him, something shifts. Not longing, not regret, recognition, a reminder of a chapter that helped shape her story, even after it ended. Words hesitate between them. Simple sentences feel heavy. How have you been? Carries years of silence. Smiles appear, careful and unsure. There is warmth, but also distance. They are strangers who know each other too well. Every pause says more than words ever could. The past stands between them, not as a memory, but as a question. Did they miss their moment, or were they only meant to meet again like this? The answer doesn't come right away. What comes instead is something far more dangerous. The reunion leaves a quiet storm behind. Nothing is said out loud, yet everything has changed. Old feelings return, not as memories, but as questions that refuse to stay silent. Both Edward and Vivian try to move forward, but the past walks beside them, heavy and close. Edward begins to feel the cracks in the life he carefully built. The rules that once protected him now feel like chains. He remembers the man he almost became, the one who laughed more, felt deeper, and believed love was worth the risk. But fear still follows him. Fear of losing control. Fear of wanting something he cannot protect from disappointment. Vivian feels the pull too. But hers is different. She is not afraid of love, she is afraid of losing herself. She worked hard to become who she is now. The past taught her how easily dreams can depend on someone else's choices. Opening that door again means trusting not just him, but fate. And trust does not come easy the second time. As they speak more, truths surface. Regrets that were never shared. Decisions made too quickly. Moments when pride spoke louder than the heart. Their words are calm, but the emotion underneath is strong. This is not a fight. It is a reckoning. They must face what went wrong, not to place blame, but to understand whether the future can be different from the past. Because love does not fail from lack of feeling. Everything comes down to a moment of honesty. Not a grand speech, not a promise filled with dreams, but the truth, spoken quietly. Edward realizes that success never scared him. Love did. Letting someone see his flaws, his doubts, his need, that was the real risk. And for the first time in years, he wonders if playing it safe has cost him more than any failure ever could. Vivian stands at a crossroads of her own. She no longer needs love to feel complete. She wants it because she chooses it. That difference changes everything. She understands now that strength does not mean closing your heart, it means knowing when to open it, without losing yourself. The past taught her lessons, but it does not get to control her future. They speak without masks. No roles, no rescues. Just to people admitting what they want and what they fear. There is no guarantee this time. No fairy tale ending promised. Only effort, honesty, and the courage to begin again as equals. The choice is clear, but not easy. Walk away and protect the life they know. Or take the risk and face the unknown together. Not because they are afraid to be alone, but because they believe something real is still possible. Because the hardest thing about second chances is believing you deserve one.